Hey, welcome to Slay the Spire. Today playing the daily challenge for April 14th, 2026. The character The Defect and the modifiers are Curse Run. Whenever you defeat a boss, become cursed. Your strong relic is replaced with Curse Key, Darkstone Periapt, and do it all. Vintage and roll enemies drop relics instead of cards, and binary card rewards contain only 2 cards. Now, Vintage and Binary will make me try to go for Highlander, but Curse Run might make this difficult. I see Knight here with 52. I know Knight pulled an all-nighter yesterday, so impressive to see him doing so well today. When I used to do all-nighters in college, I just wasn't able to function afterwards. So, alright, I see also the Gemini here with 1300, Cyberfox with 1298, Goldberry 1279. So I suspect it does come down to getting lucky with collectibles. I wouldn't be surprised if Knight was able to get lucky. So, yeah, let's see how well I can do today. Alright, so we started with Curse Key, gain energy at the start of your turn. Whenever you open an on-boss chest to obtain a curse. Darkstone Periapt, whenever you obtain a curse, increase your max by 6. Individual for each curse, your next stage come with 1 strength. I don't have any curse at the moment. Also, for some reason, my microphone settings changed overnight. I have no idea why. When I did my testing, and that's a habit from like way back in the day when I sometimes had audio issues. So I always test before recording, and for some reason the microphone was way quieter. So I turned it up manually in the settings, which is something I hadn't done in like years. So yeah, let me know if there are any issues with the audio quality today. Hopefully there are none though. All right, 2 elite path. I have to get to this elite, and up until this point, if I get there on the left, I'll get 3 early question mark rooms. If I get there in the middle, I'll get just 1 question mark room, and on the right side, I'll also get 1. So, and then I get 2 more later on, so that's a total of 5 if I start on the left here. Okay. Alright, so no lightning orb, unfortunately. I can do 2 strikes here, and then another strike to the backliner. Okay. The extra energy will help. Just have to get lucky with getting unique curses, ideally. Okay. And then 8 incoming. Can I kill here? No, I could fully defend here. Let's do that. Who's my final boss, by the way? It is the slime boss. Okay, so ideally I would also pick up some good attack cards for that. And then dual cast is enough. Beautiful. Good start. Get the boot. Whenever you deal 4 less unlocked attack damage, increase it to 5, as well as a focus potion. Now that's a potion to save for the boss fight. Remove transformer upgrade. I don't know. How badly do I need the dual cast? It is somewhat useful. I think I'll transform. Oh man, I won't be able to get a card until the first elite, right? So I don't want to transform with strike. Let's transform with defense. And I got compile driver. That is not a bad trade. I need more attack cards anyway. Here I got my first curse injury as well as golden idol. Enemies drop 25% more gold. Okay. And then here lose HP for gold. That's fine. And then here I got the jawworm. Yeah, compile driver unfortunately is not going to be useful in the very beginning. And if only I had an upgraded shield, that would be ideal. 7 incoming. Let's play everything here. Okay. Also, the defect does have a lot of trouble getting rid of curses, right? So that might be a difficulty. Got Dreamcatcher. Whenever you rest, you may add a card to your deck. That is actually really tempting. I am seriously considering doing that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I honestly wouldn't know what to upgrade anyway. Let's rest and see if I can get maybe a good attack card. Consume Tempest. You know what? I think I'll take the Tempest with the Curse Key. It won't be too bad, and it does give me a head start with orbs. All right, Lagavulin. I don't think I'll do the Tempest here. Let's just do a zap and wait for the reshuffle. Okay. Honestly, I don't have high hopes to perfect this one. Because, yeah, I basically have to deal a lot of damage. Should I drink the focus potion? That is tempting. So if I do Tempest, it'll evoke 2 orbs for 8, and then has another 9 twice. So it'll be 16 plus 18, which is 35. And then if I drink the focus potion, it'll probably give me another, like, 12 or 15. So that's 40, 50 something, and I don't think I have a chance next turn, but should I risk it? When is my next elite? I might have a chance to get more potions until then. Let's try it. Let's run the focus potion, then do Tempest. Okay. And then I might have to use the skill potion next turn, because I definitely can't deal enough damage. Let me see what it gives me. Like, I'll get a boot sequence fusion. Yeah, none of this is enough, right? That's a bummer. Alright, I'll do boot sequence, then compile driver. Yeah, the defend alone was not going to be enough. Alright, let's do dual cast. A zap, a defend. Yeah, there's nothing I could have done. That's a shame. I sort of wasted potions for no good reason. I was really hoping the skill potion would give me... Well, honestly, I don't know what I expected it to give me, but something that would allow me to fully defend. That's fine. That's fine. That's a bummer, though. Yeah. Hopefully, I'll be able to make up those missed potions. We got Bag of Marbles. Set the Ravage combo by 1 vulnerable to all enemies. Bullseye might not be bad with the Tempest. Let's take it. Okay. And then I have to go right, but I think I can skip this rest site. Well, actually, it doesn't matter if I do rest site first or second. Maybe let me take the rest site first and then also heal to try to get another card toward hologram. Yeah, that's better than the claw at least. Come. Yeah, I got Parasite and Tornado Thopter. Whenever you use a potion, heal 5 HP. Come. And then here I got the Lice. Let's do... Can I kill one of them? Actually, yeah, I can kill one of them and then do Strike. And then hologram the Strike. That would be enough, right? Beautiful. Alright, got Gambling Chip. That's nice. This at the start of each combat, discard any number of cards and then draw that many. Okay. And then here I got the Jawworm and the Acid Slime. Probably... defense is always a problem, right? Let me get rid of all of these. I'll keep the hologram. I might need it. Oh boy. Alright, let's do Compile Driver. Then Strike. And I think if I hologram a Compile Driver, I'll at least be able to, you know, preserve some HP by not taking damage from the backliner. Okay. And then here, let's do Bullseye and Strike. Okay. And then ideally, I would get the Tempest here. No. I got another Bullseye, though. Fine. Okay. Yeah, definitely taking some HP here. Some damage, I mean. Alright, fine. Now we got a Kabiko. Your first attack each combat deals additional damage. Really nice with the bag of marbles. Now I just need some multi-hit attacks. Yeah, I got the Acid Slime. Probably okay to do the Bullseye. I'm hoping to get an Orb. No, I guess I did with the Zap. Let's do Bullseye first. Then Zap, Dual Cast. And then a Strike. Okay, that was actually a really good turn 1. And then here I can just do 2 strikes. Beautiful. Alright, got Happy Flower. Every 3 turns get extra energy. That's always nice. And then here I'm losing 7 HP only to get Frozen Egg. Whenever you add a power card into your deck, upgrade it. Okay. Alright, only have the Swift Potion here. That might make things a little harder than... Should I just do 3 attacks? Or 4 attacks, I mean? Yeah, let's get rid of... Wait, I'm sorry. I'm gonna reload. That was a misclick. I discarded exactly the opposite of what I wanted. I wanted to keep all the cards that I discarded. So I just want to get rid of the Defend. There we go. Okay. Alright, and so, yeah, let's just do the attacks. It's a lot of damage with the vulnerability in Akibiko. And I deal 24. Oh boy, not with this hand, right? 18 plus... actually, I think I have to drink the Swift Potion because I don't need much. If I do Bullseye, Zap, and Dual Cast, that is enough. Beautiful. Alright, at least I perfected this one. We got Matryoshka, the next 2 numbers. Chest you open contain 2 relics and Entropic Brew. That's really nice. Turbo or stacked? I don't think I need turbo. Let's take the stack, although the deck is not as large for the stack to be useful. Should I rest one more time? Get another card award? I am really tempted to do that. Because, again, I don't really think I have anything that needs an upgrade. Let's do it. Okay, I don't need Stack Discharge. I guess I'll take the Steam Barrier. Okay. I was really hoping to get some good attack cards. I didn't get it. I guess at this point, my Bullseye is the only thing I'm really waiting for. Get rid of everything. I'll keep the Strike in case I don't get any other good defensive cards. Alright, let's do Bullseye. Strike 1, Strike 2, Zap, and wait. Okay. Should I do Tempest? That will probably transform, right? Not a bad idea. Next turn I might have trouble dealing damage. I think I'll do that. Let's do Dual Cast. Then, should I do the Strikes or just Tempest? I think the Strikes are better. Let's do Strike 1, Strike 2, and then Tempest. Okay. 41, I mean, not great, but not horrible either. I need at least 21 damage, though. Let's see what the Compile Driver gives me. Okay, so I need to drink the Entropic Brew. Oof, this is a problem. I mean, I can fully defend with the Dex Potion, right? Yeah, fine, let's do the Dex Potion, do Defend 1, Defend 2, and then a Strike. Okay. Alright, I hope this guy doesn't attack me next turn. It doesn't. Good. And I now have to hope that the Dual Cast would hit the backliner. Actually, I guess it doesn't have to. It would be ideal. Can I defend here? Can defend. Should I Bullseye this guy? Because this guy's guaranteed to attack me next turn. Yeah, especially because I can defend. Let's do that. Okay, no, the backline is transforming anyway. That's fine. And, oh man, I'm a little worried here. I have to deal 8 damage to all of them, and I don't have AoE damage. So, okay, only one of them is attacking me. That's good. I can actually do Strike 1, Strike 2, and then Hologram. Do I have a Bullseye? Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Although I don't have... wait, it was a misclick. It's fine, though, hopefully. Oh, no, next time I'm going to be weakened. And frail, right? Yeah, and everybody is attacking me here. Oh, man. Yeah, there's nothing I can do here, which is a shame. I wonder, is there something I can do? Let me use the one reload I have in the day to maybe drink the entropic brew earlier and get the fear potion earlier. That might make a difference. Let's try this one more time. So let's drink the entropic brew immediately. First of all, I think I got rid of everything that's not a strike. Okay. And then, yeah, I did get a fear potion here. Let's do bullseye, strike 1, strike 2, and zap, right? That is still right. What if I don't do the Tempest yet? Might not be a bad idea, because the Tempest will transform, and I might not want to do that. So, yeah, I think I'll just do a strike. Another strike will transform. Next turn I might have trouble, but let's wait. Okay. And I have the Fear Potion too. 35. Yeah, you know what? Let's use the Fear Potion here. Then I can do Bullseye, Compile Driver. Then Strike and Slime. This is a much better split value, 29. Okay. The attack pattern should still stay the same, right? So I think I can do 2 strikes and then Tempest. Okay. Alright, this guy's not transforming yet, although it should be easily transformed. I can do Dual Cast. Okay. Then Zap. Yeah, look at that. It just was a small difference in terms of just dealing damage, or, you know, playing the Fear Potion in the right turn. Okay. Here I can just do Strike, Hologram, the Strike, and yeah. Alright. Saved with a reload. The one reload I have in a day. Alright. What's the curse I got there? That is a Pain Curse. A little annoying, but I'll take it. Amplify Rainbow. I mean, I should try to go for Pauper, right? Although, the deck is kind of weak. I'll risk Pauper. Yeah, let's risk it. Okay. Curse of the Bell is great. I'm pick up a unique curse and 3 relics. That makes it very easy to remove one of the curse I have. Okay. We got Warpaint. I'm pick up upgrade 2 random skills. That's Defend and Zap upgraded. Ink Bottle. Whenever you play 10 cards, draw 1 card. And the best one, Fossilized Helix. Prevent the first time you'd lose HP each combat. Although, with the pain I have, it might be a little annoying. I might actually want to remove that pain. That might make my life easier. Alright, 1, 2, 3. 3 lead path on the left. No shop, though. 1, 2, and only 3 question mark rooms. Disappointing, but I have to maximize the lead, so let's take that path. Alright, here I got the Chosen. I think the 1 defense should be enough, right? I could also just use the buffer, I guess? Okay. Yeah, never mind, I'm losing the buffer to the pain anyway. Alright, let's do Bullseye. Then, do Defend, and then Tempest, I guess. Okay. I'll take a little bit of damage. Alright, here, anything I need to hologram? Pile Driver? Defend? Bullseye? Let's hologram a Bullseye again. That was a misclick. I keep misclicking. I have to be a little bit more careful. I hope it's not going to make a difference. Actually, it's not, because I have the Lightning Orbs next turn. Alright. Okay, we got Turnip. We can no longer become Frail. Not bad. And then going left, right, for the 3 lead path. Yeah, I got the Looter and the Mugger. I think let's get rid of all of these. I'll keep the Upgrade Defend. I might need it. I have the energy. And, of course, I'm drawing a bunch of curses in a turn. I have energy. Alright, let's do Bullseye. Then, Defend, and yeah, Steam Barrier allows me to at least not take any damage this turn, thanks to the buffer. I'm okay losing the buffer on turn 1 because I'm likely to draw the pain soon. Let's do Zap, Hologram. How about Compile Driver for card draw? And that should allow me to get rid of this guy as well. And then I could defend with the stack, sure. 16, alright. Luckily the enemy is not trying to escape. Let's do Strike 1, Strike 2. We'll take a bunch of damage, but this way I should at least get all my gold back. Let's do Zap, Defend, Defend, and then Strike and Tempest. That way I'll get Ink Bottle close to 10. A Centennial Puzzle. The first time I lose HP each combat, draw 3 cards, as well as a Skill Potion. That makes the pain slightly better. I am totally okay transforming 2 cards. No, I guess I don't really need the Special Relic, although I do have Akibiko and Bag of Marbles, so turn 1 might be fun. I am seriously considering transforming the pain. And what else? I guess just the pain. Transform a basic strike or defend. No, fine, let's take the special relic. Mutagen strength, starts going 3 strength at the end of the first turn, lose 3 strength again. Again, that makes my turn 1 really powerful. Duplicating card in deck. I'm trying to go for Highlander, so I guess I could duplicate a Zap. That seems silly. I think I'll skip this. Yeah, let's skip this. Okay. Alright, so turn Mystic. There's no way for me to get over Recall Combo, right? So let's not even attempt that. Unfortunately, I got the pain there. Alright, let's do Bullseye. Then see what the Centennial Puzzle gets me with a strike. Okay. That's not bad, I think. Can I get rid of this guy? Let me do Tempest. So I will take damage from the backliner, but I should be able to get rid of this guy fairly easily next turn. Okay. Alright, yeah, let's do a strike here, Zap, and hologram the Zap. No, let's hologram a Bullseye. Okay. And here I'm not being attacked, and I should be able to just deal a lot of damage. Right? And then one more good attack next turn, a few more good attacks, Compile Driver, and a strike. Beautiful. Alright, no troubles here. We got Shovel, you cannot dig for relics at rest sites. Alright, an Essence of Steel Potion might be better than the Dex Potion. I think I'll take that. Okay. First lead, got the Gremlin Leader. A lot depends on turn 1, right? And I didn't get anything amazing here. Let's get rid of the skills. Yeah. Okay, losing the buffer immediately. That's a shame. Let's do Strike You, then Zap, see what the pain draws me. Okay, there's a hologram. Strike gets rid of this guy. I can do Tempest. Let's see if the... Hang on. I think I'll do another Strike here. Alright. And then should I do Tempest or Dual Cast? No, I think... Also hologram the Zap. That might... No, it's the same as doing the Tempest. Right, let's just do Tempest here. Okay. Yeah, the problem is this deck doesn't have any AoE damage, so I have to try to kill the backline as soon as I can. Let's do Compile Driver, Strike, and... I have to wait, I guess. Okay. Could have played a few cards for Ink Bottle. Yep, and now I'm being attacked. I mean... The skill potion able to give me anything. Recursion, Darkness, or Amplify. None of that really helps me. Let's do Recursion, I guess. And then, can I defend? I need... hang on. 12 plus 11 is 23, so I can get rid of one of them. And then I'm left with 15 plus 6, 16 total. With the Speed Potion, I'll be plus another 15. That's 31. That would be enough. So if I drink the Speed Potion, then do Defend, Steam Barrier. And then Bullseye and Compile Driver. I am actually able to fully defend. Let's do Recursion, might as well. Come. That was lucky. Lucky Speed Potion. Come. Alright, and then here, anything I need to hologram. Bullseye, maybe? Compile Driver? No, next turn I have a good set of attacks. Let's do Dual Cast here. Then Zap. Then a Strike. And then, yeah, might as well hologram. Yeah, Bullseye is not a bad idea to hologram here. Come. And luckily I'm not being attacked. That's good. Let's do 2 strikes. I'll do Defend and Stack to get Ink Bottle closer to 10, and just need to deal a little bit extra damage here with a strike. Beautiful. Okay, alright, perfect this one thanks to my potions. Very happy with that. Alright, let's see. Here I got Mummified Hand. When we play power card or random card in your hand, because 0 that turn. Don't have any powers yet. Equilibrium is really good. Much better than the Claw. I'll definitely take that. I think, should I dig or rest? Seriously considering resting, I think I need more cards. Better cards. Let's rest, just to be safe. Leap, Compile Driver. Already have the Compile Driver. Let's take the Leap. Leap, yep. Man, maybe I should have dug instead. What relic would I have been able to get? Hang on. So here I have 32. I do have a buffer. Let me get rid of these 2. See if there's any way to defend. If I do Leap, 2 defense is 10. Hologram Leap is slightly more. Let's do that. Okay. 21. So I need 19. Yeah, so I can use up my buffer. That's fine. And then deal 31 damage to the backliner. That's hopefully worth it. Okay. There goes my buffer. I wouldn't mind the pain here. I did get it. Good. So I can trigger the Centennial Puzzle. And kill the backliner, but then I can't defend against 19, right? No chance whatsoever. Let's see what the Compile Driver gives me. Alright, yeah, no, there's nothing I can do. The best thing I can do is... let's do Bullseye, Defend, and I guess I'll do a Strike. Oh man, if only I got that stack a little sooner. That might have allowed me to defend this turn. But the next turn, would I have had a chance? Actually, I would have. Oh man. That's a shame. That's a shame. Yeah, I think if I played one more card earlier at some point, I would have been able to fully defend there. Alright, here, let's do 2 strikes. That's enough with the weakness, right? And then a defend. Okay. And then another 7 incoming. I can do Dual Cast. Actually, alright, would not have been able to fully defend this turn. Yeah, okay, fine. So even if I had somehow perfected that one turn, this turn I would have taken damage. Alright, so not much I could have done here. That's fine. A Bronze Scale Sagittarius with 3 Thorns, as well as a Duplication Potion, which is nice. A Heat Sinks would be great if I had a single power. I do have the Mummified Hand, but no, without any other power, Heat Sinks is basically just dead weight. Here I got Normality, as well as our Calcum for enter turn without block, gain 6 block, and Nunchaku every time play 10 attacks in a single turn, gained 1. Sorry, 10 attack. Just general 10 attacks, gain extra energy. Right. Alright, here, let's get rid of, I think I'll save the Defend, actually, and the Tempest. Alright, let's do Leap, Defend, Compile Driver, and, should I just do Tempest? Rebound? You know what? Rebound is enough to kill. Let's do it. Okay. That way I'll save my buffer, although, I mean, I'll probably draw the pain soon. All right, there's an anomaly. That's fine. Let's do strike. Should I do equilibrium? No, there's... Well... Yeah, fine. Why not? Doesn't really make sense because I'm saving the normality, but I might need the defend there. And, of course, there's a pain. You know what? I think I'll just wait here. We'll take damage from... Or we'll not take damage from the buffer, but that's fine. 27. Okay, would have loved to have the buffer here. I think I'll hologram the equilibrium back. Let's do that. Okay. And then equilibrium and steam barrier and zap. Okay. Still taking 5 damage here. At least I drew a full hand. Can get rid of the daze, which is good. Let's do strike. And again, no reason to play anything else here. Okay. Another 21. Let's do bullseye, compile driver. Okay, this fight is taking much longer than I thought it would. And I'm taking much more damage than I thought I would. At 25. Let's rebound the dual cast. And then that's enough to kill. Alright. At Anchor, Sedge Con with 10 block. Already have more than 25 relics. Not even end of Act 2. Alright, Snake Plant. Yeah, let's do... Hang on, I will get rid of these 2. Okay. Then do Zap, Compile Driver. Alright, and then Rebound to Strike. Is that enough? That is enough to kill. Beautiful. At Prayer Wheel, normal enemies drop initial card rewards, which is hilarious if normal enemies would drop any card rewards. Centurion Mystic again. This time both are attacking me. I think I'll try to be aggressive. Let's save a strike. And then, I got normality. That's fine. Let's do strike 1, strike 2, and then equilibrium. Okay. That way I'll save the defend. And then here, let's do... I got the pain there. Let's do bullseye, and then a strike. And yeah, let's do Tempest. Perfect. Come. And not being attacked yet, that's good. Let's rebound the compile driver. Right, and then do strike. And I think next turn with the compile driver, I should be able to deal enough damage. Beautiful. Alright, you got Tungsten Rod. That's really nice. And normally, whenever you lose HP, lose 1 less. That makes the pain less useful with regards to Centennial Puzzle, but also less annoying. So that might be useful. Alright, Gremlin Leader again. Let's see if I have a chance against this one. So I do have a lot of attacks. I think I'll get rid of... Might need the strike. Let's save these 3. Okay, so... I think without a Kabiko, these should be enough, right? Is there anything I want to rebound? I probably want to rebound the bullseye. So let's do rebound, then bullseye. And then a strike. And hope I don't get attacked next turn. I'm not being attacked, that's good. Let's do another bullseye. Actually, I could have considered not playing anything, huh? Yeah, because I would have saved the buffer that way. Would that make a difference? Yeah, I'm being attacked here. Honestly, I don't think it would make a difference. If I duplicate, hang on, so I need 27 plus 8, which is 35. If I double play, that's 26 plus 5 is 31. And then an Essence of Steel potion would be 35, right? No, wait, hang on, this is 26, 31. Yeah, that would be enough. Alright, let's duplicate the equilibrium. The problem is now with equilibrium played twice, I'm going to get stuck with the normality forever. But let's give it a try. Okay. At least with the strikes, I should be able to get rid of the minions, right? Let's do compile driver. That's not going to draw me anything, right? Yeah, fine. Let's do compile driver, then strike, and then another strike. I messed up. That was really dumb. That was... Well, hang on. No, I have Tungsten Rod, so I'm good. And I also have the Orcalcum. I forgot about that. Okay. Alright, and unfortunately I'm being attacked here again. I don't think I can deal enough damage. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do here, right? Especially with the normality in my hand. Can I do something with the Tempest? Not really. Yeah, alright, let's just do Tempest here. Okay. And then might as well do Steam Bear. Yeah, again, I wasted potions. I really hope I'm not going to need those potions for the boss fight, because then it would have been a huge waste. Alright. Okay, here, let's do Bullseye, Compile Driver, Rebound, a Strike. Actually, let's rebound a Zap, and then do a Strike for kill. Oh, man. I messed up really bad there. We got a Potion of Capacity, that's useful, and Gremlinhorn. Whenever an enemy dies, get energy and draw 1 card. Storm Recursion. I mean, again, if I had any power, Storm would be great, but let's take the Recursion. And then here I got the Cultists. This should not be too difficult. Seriously considering... No, hang on. Let's get rid of these 4. Okay. And then, yeah, let's do Rebound. That's almost enough to kill. That's insane. And then let's do 2 strikes here. Okay. Yeah, having a bunch of turn 1 damage engine relics does help quite a bit. Not having any AoE does hurt quite a bit too, though. Alright, let's do Strike. Another Strike. And then I have the Orcalcum, right? So I'm not even going to try to defend. Okay. And then 9 incoming. Let's do Bullseye. Should I just do Tempest? Again, I have a Calcum and I have a buffer too. Actually, I can do Recursion. Is that enough? That is enough to kill. Beautiful. Alright, we got a Bottle of Flame. Before I take that, Rebound, Bullseye, Compile Driver, Strike. I don't think I want any of these. I guess Bullseye is not a bad way to start. I also wouldn't mind getting that upgraded. But again, I think I'll rest here. Not just for the HP, but also for a card draw. Card reward. Again, I got Storm, which I don't really want to take. And I got a Leap, which I already have. Let me risk the Storm and really hope I get some good powers offered soon. At least it's not going to hurt me here, because I don't take any damage on turn 1. I mean, I should probably play it, right? Let's get rid of these 3, okay. Alright, so yeah, let's do Storm. Then Bullseye. I drink the Swift Potion? Not really, I don't think I need to. Actually, you know what? If I do the Potion of Capacity, and then a Tempest with an Energy Potion, that might not be a bad idea. Let's try that. Okay. Trying to desperately use all my potions. 14. I guess I can hologram the Equilibrium. I'll lose my buffer, but yeah, let's do that. Hologram the Equilibrium, but then I have to stick with the Normality, but I think that's the only thing I can do here. And then I guess I'll do a Strike. Guess I don't have a buffer for the big attack anymore either. Okay. This guy took Steam Barrier, that's fine. Backland to Compile Driver. Alright, I think I can do right. I have 16 incoming, there's nothing I can do about that. I can trigger the Ink Bottle soon. Let's do Zap. Then Rebound. Normality messes things up, right? Yeah, there's nothing I can do. Alright, well, now I have to try to survive, because that's not a guarantee now. Yeah, this one, I don't know. I guess I just didn't get good cards. And I tried to rest as much as possible to trigger the Dreamcatcher, and that still didn't help me. Of course, reshuffle to Normality again, and getting lots of incoming. Let's do Recursion. At least I can kill the backland. That's good. It gives me back a Compile Driver. Alright. You know what? I think there's a significant chance one of the orbs will hit the backlander, so let's focus on another one here. Okay. Alright, phew, that was a close one. Almost did not hit the backlander there. Alright. At least I have enough HP for the big attack, so that's good. Let's do Bullseye, Rebound. I could have considered Rebound the Bullseye, actually. Alright, got the Steam Bear that I can't play. Okay, big attack here, nothing I can do. Well, I guess I can do... Alright, at least I got some good defensive cards in the turn where it matters, but sadly that was not enough. Yeah, no chance whatsoever. Alright, here, let's do Bullseye, Dual Cast, Recursion, Zap, and a Strike. Okay, at least I was able to deal a good amount of damage there. Another 26. At least I can fully defend here again. Oh, almost fully defend. Yeah, the fact that I didn't have a single Frost Orb, I think, also hurt me quite a bit. Let's do Rebound, Strike, and then 2 more Strikes. 3 more Strikes, okay. And then next turn, the Orbs are enough. Alright. Wait, no, not quite enough. I have to do Compile Driver first, and then Recursion. Okay. Alright, yeah. Survived this one, but it was not easy. Is that a duplicate Normality I got? No, it's a Regret. Okay, so far the curse that's so unique. Echo from Creative Eye. I think I'll go for Pauper, although I'm starting to regret that decision. I think I have to take Empty Cage and pick up, remove 2 cards from your deck. Yeah, let's do it. That's really good. I also don't really need the other 2 relics there. So let's remove the Regret and the Pain. Should I do Normality? No, let's remove the Pain and the Normality. How about that? Okay. I think that's better because there's a chance I might get the Normality event. So then that way I only have to remove 1 Normality rather than having to remove 2. 1, 2 Elite Paths, multiple of them, right? So if I go to the Elite on the left here, I would have to start in the middle and then turn left, which gives me 1, 2, 3 question mark rooms. If I start in the middle and turn right, I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4 question mark rooms. If I go in the middle here, I'll get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 question mark rooms, and the right side doesn't get me a 2 Elite Path. All right, so yeah, I think I'll do the 4 early question mark rooms, then a 5th one, 6th one. The problem is I won't have a shop, and I would like to remove another curse. I could skip a question mark room for a shop here. I think I'll do that only if I get a Normality event, so let's get there and see what happens. Alright, 9 incoming. Yeah, might as well do the Storm, right? Why not? Let's get rid of these. Okay. And then do Storm, Bullseye, and a Strike. Oh, did not realize that would be enough. Okay. Yeah, I forgot how much strength I have already. Or at least in turn 1 with Ekabiko too. Lots of incoming here. Let's do Zap, Defend, Strike, and yeah, let's do another Defend and then Tempest. Okay. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have actually tried to kill this guy. Dealing damage more equally would have been better. No one is attacking me. Let's do... Should I reboot the Recursion? Let's do it. Let's reboot the Recursion. Okay, then Compile Driver. Then let's do a strike here, and an recursion again. Okay. It's not too bad. Alright. I should be able to get rid of these guys to trigger the Grumman Horn. Alright, let's do rebound. And another... strike is not enough. Compile driver is not enough either. Alright, well, let's do compile driver, see what I draw. I can hologram something. Not having AoE is annoying. Let's hologram the rebound. Do this, then a strike. Okay. And then 2 more strikes. Okay, alright. And then actually I just need... oh, I'm taking 2 damage here. Oh, the thorns are enough. Beautiful. Got Eternal Feather for every 5 cards in deck. Heal 3 true whenever you enter a rest set. I think that's a sign that I shouldn't rest sets anymore. Let's fight for a relic. Okay. I think I'll risk it and skip the shop too. Alright, let's get rid of the curses here. I mean, I honestly don't really need the storm. Let's get rid of that as well. Let's do bullseye. Oh, right, I can't even... Great. I can't use the recursion, which is a shame. Let's do 2 strikes. Anything I need to hologram? Not really. I mean, well, it does give me a little bit of block. Okay. And there's a Tempest without energy. Alright, fine. At least I lose the buffer and don't have to lose it to the regret. Alright, here let's do zap, then a strike dual cast. Okay, that hit one of them. That's good. And then I can... You know what? Let's do stack. I have the... Alright, I'll do Steam Barrier 2. That way I don't take any damage at all. Alright, 16 to defense. Here I will have to take them some damage. Come. Alright, trigger the Centurion Puzzle at least. Come. Then let's rebound the compile driver. Then do strike. I think I'll do Equilibrium here. Okay. Alright, I'm taking more damage than I'd like here. And the fact that I don't have any orbs makes it really frustrating. Let's do strike, compile driver. And then I guess I'll just try to defend as much as I can. Okay. And then here, let's... Wow. It is not over yet. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, I lost more than half of my HP here already. Okay. Alright. Got Captain's Will at the server. 3rd turn, gain 18 block. That's good. Beam Cell Cool-Headed. Finally a Frost Orb. I desperately will need that. Come. Here, I got a shame. I should have considered not taking that. It is still unique, but now I'm guaranteed I might have to skip the next rest site. Got Meal Ticket or Adventure Shop with 15 HP and preserved insect enemies in lead combats at 25% less HP. Okay, that relic does make things worth it. Alright, here I'll risk going for a good colorless card. I did not get that. Alright, well, the only non-rare is Enlightenment, which honestly would just hit the Equilibrium, right? That's probably not worth it. Unless I want to get to Librarian. Blind is fine. Panacea is fine. I'll take it just to try to get Librarian, but it might be difficult. Alright, here I got the Repulsor and Exploders. Let's start off with get rid of all of these. I'll keep the Compile Driver. Okay. And then Bullseye is enough to get rid of one of the Exploders. Actually, let's get rid of the Repulsor. That way I don't have to deal with the damage there. And then do Compile Driver and Full Defend. Okay. Should have probably played more cards to trigger the Ink Bottle later. Alright, here let's do Blind. Strike. Stack is enough. And then Zap. And yeah, here let's do Enlightenment for Ink Bottle. Okay. And then this guy's trying to escape. I do have the Regret, which means luckily I have enough damage here. Good. Okay. Alright, got a Birdface Urn. When we play Power Card, heal 2 HP, as well as an Essence of Steel Potion. Really hoping for a shop here. We have a lot of gold. Alright, get rid of all of these. I think I'll keep the Bullseye, just in case. Alright. Great, losing the buffer to the Regret. Let's rebound the Bullseye. And then, yeah, let's play a card here. Could have done Equilibrium, I guess, to save a defend. 25. Okay. Let's do Blind, brings it down to 18. Then do Bullseye, Zap, Strike, and Stack. Okay. Another 6. I'm full defend here. Cool-headed. Alright, finally a Frost Orb. Let's do Panacea, Dual Cast, and then Strike, Enlightenment, Defend. Okay. Alright, here I can do... Oh, I don't really need to play the Recursion. Let's do Compile Driver. And Strike and Tempest. That's not too bad. Okay. It's the deck. I just don't have good cards, right? It's taking some time to deal a good amount of damage. Let's rebound the Dual Cast. Okay. Then do Zap, Equilibrium. And I won't take damage because of Tungsten Rod, so let's do another Dual Cast here. Okay. Not being attacked, but next turn might be a problem. Let me play a few cards here. Okay. 31, yeah, that is a lot. I do have the stack that's useful, and I can blind it. Good. Let's do bullseye, defend. Let's see what the enlightenment gives me. All right, and then do stack. Yeah, all right. That way I'm fully defended. Nice. And then I just need to deal 47 damage. Wow. Can I hologram anything? Or, yeah, let's hologram. Let's do storm, then hologram bullseye again? Sure, sure. I do have two lightning orbs. Okay. All right, just need a very tiny bit of damage. Otherwise, I'll take 34. Strike is enough. Okay, let me play a few more cards for Ink Bottle to get closer to 10. Beautiful. All right, got Vajra going with 1 strength, and I was going to go in the middle, right? Yes, let's do that. Okay. All right, giant head here. This one might be tough too because I don't have a lot of damage. At least it takes me a while to deal a lot of damage. Let's get rid of all of these. I think I'll save the bullseye. Seriously considering using the Swift Potion. Let me start with the bullseye. Actually, let's do recursion first, then bullseye. See what that gives me. Yeah, might as well do defend and strike. And I was hoping to deal a lot of damage on turn 1. That didn't happen. Okay. I mean, I do have the buffer, so I'm tempted to just use it. Let's do zap. I think I'll do strike and tempest. Yeah, might as well use the zap. Steam Bear is not going to be enough, right? Fine. Okay. I guess I could have used the Essence of Steel Potion with the Steam Bear to save the buffer, but then I have a regret, right? Yeah, I would have lost the buffer here anyway. Let's do blind, defend, compile driver, strike 1, and strike 2. I should have done defend first, but that makes a huge difference. Okay. Right, next turn, the biggest attacks are starting up. Anything I need to hologram. Compile driver maybe for card draw? Let me do enlightenment, then hologram. I think it has to be compile driver, right? No, not compile driver. I mean the bullseye, and then rebound that too. Should have done leap first again. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I stand any chance to defend against the big attacks or deal enough damage. 30 incoming. You have a Swift Potion. I have lots of energy, so might be tempting to use it. Alright, fine. Yeah, I can play everything, and I still don't have a chance whatsoever. Stack is only 4 block. Let's not do that. Alright, yeah, no chance whatsoever. Now I'm actually a little worried about not being able to survive because I'm down to 29 HP. 35 incoming. At least I can weaken this guy down to 26. That's good. Rebound the Steam Barrier? No, let me... Hang on. Let's do Steam Barrier, then rebound the dual cast. Okay. I deal 43 damage. Let's do Panacea. Then, I don't think I can defend. I only have 26. I will draw another card. Let's do dual cast, then recursion. And then the 2 strikes are enough. Okay, phew. I was actually kind of close. I might have to rest at the next rest side. We got Pocket Watch. Whenever you play 3 or less cards during your turn, draw 3 additional cards that you serve your next turn. Another hologram. I can't take that. Let's take the go for the ice. Do I even have a rest side? Yeah, I guess I have 2 rest sides if I skip a regular fight. Here, I would actually prefer not to get a curse. That would be ideal. And I would prefer not to take damage. Okay, phew. If I took damage, I think I would have taken 12 damage, right? Because it's 10% of max HP. I could have died here. Got Lantern, Stage come with additional energy. Not that I really need it, but fine. And just to be safe, I think I'll go for a rest site. Yeah, I don't want to risk it. I need to rest. Yeah, I might just die to a regular fight. I only have 12 HP. That might not be enough. Duplicate Shame. Okay, I am going to reload this one. So honestly, I genuinely thought that what I'll do is what I do often, which is to say that I'm going to skip the treasure chest, but I'm still going to see what I did. Now, it is, I will put it in thumbnail that I reloaded this. But yeah, that was the plan. I just completely misclicked, or not misclicked, but I like clicked on it without thinking about it. But I should have really skipped this one because I already have 5 curses, and that's even 1 curse too many. All right, here, let's heal and get another card toward Compile Driver Program. I don't rely on focus that much, but I don't really rely on strength that much either. Let's try reprogram. You know what? It's late. It is upgraded, though, but let's try it. All right. Yeah, I'm glad I rested because I think I would have had a lot of trouble against these guys without the rest. All right. Let's get rid of these 4. Okay. Bullseye is 37. That's enough to get rid of one of them. Should I target the spikers? Yeah, let's reprogram, then cool-headed. Okay. And then Bullseye, that's 40 damage. That's pretty good. Let's do Bullseye, then Zap. Strike gets rid of... Hang on, no. Let's do Strike you. Then do Hologram. And how about go for the ice? No, let's do another cool-headed? No. Let's do another Strike. That way I can get rid of this guy. And... well, the recursion was not really necessary. Yeah, fine. Let's play these cards. Okay. I'm hoping my Thorns and my 1 damage Lightning Orb will do something. Alright, here there's a stack. That's good. Let's blind you. Then do stack. I should have done Steam Beer first. Compile Driver. See what I draw. All right, and then a strike, and might as well do Equilibrium. Come. I do need to deal 9 damage to the backliner. And I cannot. And I can't even use the buffer because... wait, hang on. Does Tempest do something? Not really, right? Can't even use the buffer because the Regret will get rid of that. At least I'm only losing 9 HP, so that's, I think, acceptable. And I triggered Centennial Puzzle. That's nice. Alright, I need 7 block before I attack this guy. Let's do another program. Why not? Then do Defend, Steam Barrier, and then I can do Rebound and a Strike. Okay. Alright, not too bad this fight. We got Ancient Tea Set, when you enter Rest Test and Nithcon with 2 extra energy. Now, I would have gotten that in the chest if I opened it. Well, I did open it. Should I rest again? No, I think I have enough max HP here. I think I'll take the... There's no way to get in Librarian, right? Unless I get a shop after this. Still, I think I'll dig here. Got Smiling Mask, the Merchant Card Move Service, now always costs 50 gold, and would be great if this was a shop, but unfortunately it wasn't. Alright, let's get rid of... you know what? I'll keep the Bullseye. Okay. Alright, let's do Blind, Bullseye, see what the Defend gives me. Yeah, let's play a few more cards to getting ball closer to 10. Okay. Alright, here. Should I just do Tempest? Very tempting, too. I don't think I need to hologram anything. Actually, no. Let me hologram the Bullseye, then do that, and then do Tempest and Recursion. And then with the Panacea, I'm actually not getting the debuff here, which is great. Alright, 22. Unfortunately, I'm going to lose my buffer to the Regret, which is fine. Should I do Reprogram? You know what? With the Bullseye, I'm not super confident playing that yet. Instead, let's do Defend, Rebound, the Strike, and wait. Actually, you know what? Might as well do Equilibrium. Okay. Getting the debuff again here. Let's do Cool-Headed, Zap, play these strikes, go for the ice, and I think that with, yeah, the orbs next turn should be enough. Although, ideally, I would also deal some damage here. Let me play 1 extra card for Ink Bottle. Okay. Got Thread Needle, that's nice. Starch going with 4-plated armor, very useful. And then Reptomancer, again, no AoE damage. I don't have high hopes here. Alright, that's a lot. You know what? Let's get rid of all of these. I'm hoping... What am I hoping for? Let's save the attacks. At least that will help me get rid of the minions. Let me do Enlightenment, then Blind. Reprogram. That's not really helpful. At least the Go for the Ice deals a lot of damage here. Let me do Bullseye. Then, how much is Go for the Ice now? Yeah, 18. That's enough. And then a Strike. If I do Equilibrium, I guess it allows me to save Defend. And fine, I have the energy to play the Reprogram too. Okay. Alright, yeah, lots of incoming here. I do have the stack. Let's do Cool-Headed Recursion. And then I can actually hologram something. What would I hologram? Equilibrium, Reprogram, Cool-Headed again? No. Let's do Steam Bear. I can hologram the Steam Bear if I really wanted to. Hang on. So I need 27. Right now I have 15 plus 15 is 30. So that is enough. Let's do stack and then rebound. And I don't think I'll rebound the strike. Let's play Panacea. Should I hologram? You want with the Panacea, I think I'll hologram the program. Yeah, I think that's good. Alright. 30 incoming here. I have 18. I can't fully defend with the Defend. So let's just do Defend. And I mean, I guess I can do Strike and Tempest. Okay. This does deal 2 extra damage. Hoping not to be attacked here, because I don't think I have enough. I do have a lot of strength, but is that going to be enough? Another program might be a little too much. I do have the energy, though. Should I try it? Let's try it. All right, let's do... Hang on. I think I'll do Zap first, then Recursion, then Dual Cast, then a Reprogram, Compile Driver. Let's reboot the Compile Driver. Hang on. Reboot Compile Driver. And that's actually enough. Beautiful. All right, perfect. This one, somehow. Got Strawberry Up and pick up Racer Mastery by 7. And Entropy Brew, fill all your empty potion slots. It's really nice for the boss fight. Already have the Cool-Headed. I guess I should take the loop. I do have the Awaken one at the end. I'm going to skip this because there's no way to get into the end, and it's another power. So really that the Storm I picked up was completely useless. I don't think I'll rest here. Let's dig for another Relic. We got Whetstone to pick up with 2 random attacks. That's 2 strikes upgraded. And then Awaken 1. I don't have high hopes unless I get some amazing potions. Definitely don't want the Storm. I think I'll get rid of everything because I might need the block card. Let's save the hologram, though. Alright, let's drink the Essence of Steel potion, then the Entropy Brew. Strength potion is nice. There is a duplication potion that is tempting. So I have 18 block. Hologram alone is enough, right? Should I see? Let me see what the skill potion gives me. Auto Shield, Genetic Augum, Steam Barrier. That's all very useless. I guess the best of those is the Steam Barrier, so let's take that. Then do Strike 1, Strike 2. Yeah. Then hologram another strike. See what that draws me. Actually, that's enough to get rid of this guy. Okay. Oh, man, a reprogram. If I'm not relying on orbs, might be good. I could even duplicate that with the duplication potion. Let's do it. All right. So I guess I have to ignore focus now, but I do have extra dex and strength, so hopefully that'll help. Come. All right, 30 incoming. Thanks to the dex, should have enough, right? Let's do compile, dry, or strike, doesn't matter. And then, yeah, let's do leap, defend. Hang on, that's 30. Oh, yeah, I already have enough. Okay, beautiful. And then let's do compile driver. I guess I should have done the zap first to draw an extra card. All right, I am going to draw the regret sooner or later, right? Maybe I should just lose the buffer now. Well, actually, I can't. I'm fully defended, right? Yeah, let's do Panacea, Blind, Tempest. Sure. Yeah, it does deal a little bit extra damage. Okay. 15. There's a regret. Nothing I can do about that. I think I rebound to go for the ice. That seems like a good idea for extra weakness. Okay. Equilibrium is a great block card. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do Equilibrium. Cool-headed. And then another go for the ice. And another blind. And another strike. Okay, that was actually a really good turn. The enemy is weakened for the next 5 turns. I don't have the buffer anymore, though, so no safety. I have 2.5 minutes left. Should I do another program? I might as well, right? Why not? Alright, I'm starting to see the value of reprogram. Slowly but surely, I'm seeing the value of that. Let's do Bullseye, Defend, and Strike. Let's wait to trigger the battle for next turn. Okay. Already have 6 decks, right? That's really nice. As long as I draw defensive cards, I should be fine. Let's see what the zap gives me. Steam Beer, I probably don't really need that. Okay. Alright, another 16. Defend with the plate armor is enough. Let's do Recursion, Defend, and Strike. Okay. A little worried I might not be able to finish in 2 minutes, though. Rebound the Equilibrium, that is tempting. Yeah, I think I might need some block. Let's rebound the Equilibrium, then do the upgraded Strike. Okay. And then another 20. Now the enemy's not weakened anymore. Another reprogram. Let's do it. Okay. And now the defend is enough. I don't even need to play the Equilibrium, although I probably could. Let me do the Equilibrium just so that I can make sure that I have enough. I have enough defensive cards for next turn. Okay, 24. Let's do defend. Another defend. And then, yeah, let's do dual cast. Actually, dual cast was a mistake, right? So reason, and that way the compile driver will become weakened. Okay. Alright, here I can apply more weakness, and I luckily got the stack. Okay. Oh, and then the thorns are enough here, right? Beautiful. Or does it heal before attacking me? No, it doesn't. Okay, good. Alright, so now I'm not being attacked. Let's just hope for the best. I'll do Recursion, Defend, and I don't think I'll do Steam Barrier, though. I was hoping to getting Bottle Closer 10. 40 incoming. I was worried about that. I do have a lot of decks. Look at that. Steam Barrier, Defend. That's 38. And then stack is enough, right? Beautiful. Yeah, very happy with that. Let's rebound the stack, actually. Okay. Yeah, awesome. Can I finish in 40 seconds? Unlikely. I think if I played a little faster, I might have been able to get the Lightspeed modifier, but that's fine. Let's do Compile Driver, another blind, and one more reprogram. Why not? -8 focus. Who cares? Okay. 10 dex is really nice. 21. Equilibrium is great. Let's do Strike. I can do Storm finally to just get rid of it. Okay. Another 18. Defend alone is enough, right? Let's try to do another Equilibrium. That's 0 damage. That's funny. Hang on. Let's see what this draws me. Another reprogram, but then I can't do Equilibrium. Is that fine? No, let's do Equilibrium and I can do the other reprogram next turn. Yeah, let's play it safe. I do want to make sure I have enough defenses in every hand. Alright, so here I can do another reprogram. Defend. And then play the strikes. Hey, 20 strength. That's really... This is usually like Ironclad strength levels. I am starting to warm up to their program, although... Did I just get really unlucky here? Oh, no. Luckily, I got the stack. Yeah, that is enough, right? Let's do stack. Then blind, strike, and... Yeah, might as well do dual cast for 0. Okay. Alright. Another 21. I can do go for the ice. I should have rebounded that, actually. Just to be safe, let's rebound the leap. Alright. Yeah, missed the 45-minute mark, unfortunately. 13 incoming. Let's do Bullseye, Leap, and I don't think I'll play the Steam Barrier. Although I guess losing one extra block on the Steam Barrier won't make that big of a difference. 30 incoming. I don't have good block cards. Can I kill here? If I do Compile Driver and then a Strike, with all these strength, I can. All right. That was a close one. I got a Unique Pain. Yes, it's unique. Okay, that makes me really happy. All right, so I did have to reload to avoid the shame, but I was able to get Highlander and Curses. That, I think, is good news. 1304, that should be a pretty decent score, right? So after the 7 elites, I perfected 3 of them. Only missed the Act 2 boss, right? No real chance against someone, not even close. And then, yeah, I took so much damage against that one. Did have to reload the Act 1 boss, too. Was able to barely get money, Pauper, stuffed Curses, but most importantly, Highlander with Curses. I think if I had gotten a shop, I had enough gold to be able to get Encyclopedian. And I did, if I knew that I was not going to get Encyclopedian, I did pick up a bunch of junk. Like, the Storm was completely useless if I wasn't going to get Encyclopedian. So, yeah, I have to admit, this is probably the weakest deck that I was able to do reasonably well in. Yeah, I think with Binary and Vintage, it's really hard to get a good deck build here. Oh, all right. I would have thought I would be higher up. I am 22nd right now, which is not too bad. I am 4 points above Gemino and 6 points above Cyberfox, so that makes me think that they might have maybe prioritized either shops or, well, did not prioritize regular fights as much. I did not take a wrong path, right? I think I maximized question mark Crimson Elites. But yeah, so theoretically, if I got another Elite Perfected, that would have been 1354. That would have put me 2 points above Knight. And then theoretically, one more Elite would be 1454. Nobody has that, so I wouldn't be surprised if Knight was able to get... Actually, maybe Knight was able to perfect more Elites, or more bosses, but did not get the Highlander and Curses combination. That is also definitely doable. But yeah, I definitely got lucky with that. And again, also not very unlikely that Gemino and Cyberfox were able to perfect the bosses, but maybe did not get lucky with the duplicate curse at the end. So yeah, I'm very happy with the score. This was a very weak deck. To be able to get a decent score, I think this would have been a big challenge. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you did. Let's review the scores from yesterday. Alright, so yesterday was an Anklet run with the Insanity, Colorless Cards, and Terminal modifiers, and I should mention that a lot of people tried to find a Mind Blast in an early shop, and I don't think anybody succeeded. I think most people were able to get a Mind Blast very late, the same one that I got from a card reward, I believe, and unfortunately at that point it was a little too late to be fairly useful, but yeah, so early Mind Blast, almost impossible. First of all, you have Spring here with an amazing 1702, well-deserved first place, effectively first place finish, congratulations. Spring perfected 7 of the 9 elites, all the bosses. He mentioned that he held on to potions for dear life, that's a quote, was able to tie the record with 12 collectibles, which is insane, congratulations. I only was able to get 9, and I think Spring mentioned that he did pick up, or he did go for more shops over question mark room, still was able to get Mr. Mission modifier, also was able to get Overkill Popper, and then was able to get the Speedster modifier by 1 minute, was at 59 minutes at the end, and also pulled off Curses. I think a lot of people missed Curses, so yes, I think Spring basically got a perfect run, congratulations. Next, you have Gemino here with 1552, 8th place, but 150 points behind Spring. Gemino also perfected all the elites and all the boss. Sorry, 7 elites and all the... Wait, did I say 7 out of 9? Sorry, I mean Spring perfected 7 of the 7, so all the elites and all the bosses. Yeah, Gemino also perfected all the elites and all the bosses, which is very impressive. Ended up with 9 collectibles, which is the same amount of me, but was not offered the bites. And I think the reason I did not do too poorly yesterday is because I picked up those bites. And then because he did not lose so much max HP, he decided to try to trigger the Red Skull as often as he could, which was a little stressful, but he was able to pull that off, and the extra 3 strength does help quite a bit. He also mentioned that he skipped a few question mark rooms early on, but still was able to get Mr. Machine. Also, he skipped those question mark rooms to get a shop, was one of the people who tried to find the Mind Blast early on, but failed. But at least with the early shops, he was able to get some good potions, which helped him against the bosses. He was able to get the Lightspeed modifier by 4 seconds, impressive. Also was able to get Overkill and combo, and I assume he did not get Curses. That would explain the 100-point difference to Spring. So yeah, I think skipping those question mark rooms might have changed the RNG enough that Gemino was not able to get Curses. Next, you have Peltier with 1506, and Knight got 83. So Knight perfected 3 of the 7 leads and all the bosses, got 9 collective bonuses. He was able to perfect the last boss by getting 2 offerings with Sacred Bark from a skill potion at the end, and then because of that, also was able to get the combo modifier against the Act 3 boss, and also a turn 1 kill, which is very impressive. Congratulations. I don't think anybody else was able to get combo yesterday, and of course a turn 1 kill against the last boss was impressive. Was able to get Overkill, Popper, Mr. Machine, and the Money modifier too. Congratulations. Next, you have Mati here with 1429. Hobo got 1427. Hobo perfected 5 of the 7 leads, but only 1 boss. Got 12 collective bonuses, which is tied with the record with Spring. And then was mentioned that he got bad RNG against the Act 3 boss. Or actually, I guess all of Act 3 in general. Did not draw the block cards when he needed, but was able to get Overkill with the late Mind Blast and Pendib, which is how I got it too. The next you have Roland here in the top 20 with 1402. Cyberfox with 1354, missing the top 20. Alex got 1352. Alex perfected 5 of the 7 leads. 2 of the 3 bosses, missed the Act 3 boss. Mentioned that he actually barely survived that one and had to reload a few times. Got 9 collector bonuses. Now, he was actually offered the bites, but rejected them, which is probably a smart decision. I think, as I mentioned, the bites did hurt me quite a bit yesterday. He also went to 2 fewer question mark rooms. Still was able to get the Mystery Machine modifier, but as a result, he missed the Curse modifier, which I think is exactly what Gemino did too. And yeah, that's fine. I was able to get Overkill, Popper, Money, barely. And then he mentioned that he did not get the Normality event. I got it, and I think if I survived, I would have been able to get any money modifier. And I think skipping those early question mark rooms caused the Normality event not to show up. Then you have Nick here with 1335. Goldberry got 1329. Goldberry perfected only 1 boss, missed the Act 2 boss by 1 HP, and then against the Act 3 boss he had no chance, but at least was able to survive, which is more than I can say. And then with 8 collectibles, which is a little low, took the Brimstone, so at least he had some fun with the Brimstone. I did see that, and I think it would have been maybe interesting. Actually, I might have survived if I had Brimstone. Yeah, that's an interesting thing to have picked up yesterday. Also did not get curses and also did not get the Normality event. Still, decent score, 30th place. And then, yeah, next you have me here with 1203. I actually died yesterday, which is really impressive that I still was able to get 65 plate. I think I had the 9 collector bonuses. I had curses already by that point. I think I really saved my score. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, death with 65th place, that's not bad at all. That's it for a top 100. All right, yeah, let me know in the comments what you did for today. At least I have to admit, I survived, which I didn't do the last 2 days in a row. So that's kind of good. So yeah, I look forward to reading your comments. Thanks for watching. Bye.